I mean, you've Phantom Lancer, right? Puck's pretty decent, but Bat isn't the greatest. Like, doesn't really deal with the illusions too well. It's kind of just damage over time with the AoE. It's not kind of like a lot of burst. Puck's is, however, like I said, decent. You've got a way to also dispel the corrosive haze. There's two things you really need to dispel this game. You're a Manta builder against the Puck. Lifestealer could be, I mean, Lifestealer against potential 3 BKB piercing with Puck Coil. With Aghanims, of course, makes it a little rough. The Naga, who banned the Naga? So Newbee banned the Naga last game. I'm just making sure it wasn't like an Aster ban, just respecting it maybe, like Mugi's hero or something like that. So they already see the matchup, they don't see the mid lane matchup yet, and so they'll probably try and keep it for AQ, I imagine. Oh, that's really interesting. That puts Newbee on a bit of a timer now. Although we did see earlier that rat from Lone Druid, but I still think Lone Druid very kind of time orientated. Savage Roar's like, actually no, I was gonna say maybe it's nice with the initiation, but against Bat you just increase the movement speed to allow him to drag you away further with the lasso. So Lifestealer used to be a really good hero versus the Druid, but the change to the Feast, not being able to get that percent damage now, kind of sucks against the Bear. So it feels like that was a big counter now to the Druid that's kind of gone, so it's always interesting. I mean, I have to imagine Aster probably... They don't have last pick, of course. They see their core matchup now, so they'll probably go for SCCC's here. I'm trying to think of what, though, because the Troll Slark morph gone. I mean, I think Centaur Rubik is... I think Centaur is a really good way to deal with Phantom Lancer. Apart from that, they don't really have the greatest ways. But I do think Phantom Lancer comes online a little bit too late. Like, this hero from SCCC has to have a good timing, because Druid's just going to push towers very, very fast. I'm worried about it. I'm worried about it. I think late game you'll find is a PL, but Centaur double edge destroys illusions, and Druid's going to go Mom Maelstrom, and you just shred through towers, and PL won't come online. I'm very worried about this Phantom Lancer pick. I think now Aster's mid lane hero has to make a lot of plays, and whether they put the Puck mid or not, you'll probably see them ban out the TA, I think, because TA and Druid at the same time. I don't think Aster will be... Whoa! I guess maybe they can take it before Newbee can take it? But that's interesting. But what, they could have gone like Huskar, Viper, but I guess late game they don't deal well with PL either, so... Maybe any kind of counter to TA doesn't deal with the Phantom Line, so I guess that's why they ban it. And also the fact that they don't have to pick first throughout the after the last ban. I think it would have worked really well for them.
5 seconds remaining.
Newbee might try and secure a little bit of late game with AQ's hero. You know, they can like Ember Spirit here. It's also very good against the Puck. Trying to think about the cores that they can go for this game. I just think Druid has a very early timing, and that's why I thought the TA was going to work really well. Of course, you kind of lack damage until you hit that. They'd ban the Ember. Okay, I like the ban. There's a hero that's going to be able to protect towers before the PL comes online. I love the Conquer pick. Timber's banned out as well, so it gets rid of that matchup. I mean, they probably wouldn't have picked... would have been good Timber though into PL Conquer and StarLadder as well, but against Bat Puck it's 50-50. But I think now you could Monkey King. You don't deal well with Phantom Lancer as the game goes on, but I think you come online relatively early. You might get kited by the BKB piercing. They can... I was going to say maybe they can secure a late game with Medusa, but I don't think they will against PL. I like that. That's a great pick. That's a poof. Love the draft from Newbee. I'm very Newbee favored. I think they're going to come online relatively well before the Phantom Lancer. It's going to be a Bat Rider 5, which I'm not a huge fan of. I think that at least you're kind of able to zone out the Centaur Rubik, so it gives your Phantom Lancer a little bit better over time. But even then, I think it's still going to be a little rough. The thing I take away from this draft, I think Aster have the right idea with the Conquer. It's a hero that's going to be able to team fight early. It gives you a lot of sustain as well, and kind of it allows you to have drawn out fights, which I think Phantom Lancer excels in. being able to get as many illusions as possible, slowly burn all the mana from the enemy team. But my worry is that Mag is going to hit the same timing with Druid. You go Blink, Echo, Druid goes Mom, Maelstrom, and they're pretty much very similar with the time they're going to get these, and the Newbee are going to be way too strong. I don't see how Aster can get a good fight unless it's like a coil onto a couple and a conquer kind of a boat combo, because I think StarLadder might have to either go Blink first, or he just has to go for a crap load of utility, because Newbee are going to come at them and they're going to come at them hard. And I've seen a couple times the Lone Druid. Yes, I think if Phantom Lancer makes it late, then it's just the Centaur and the Mag to be able to deal with the hero. But I've seen a Druid have a really good time against this hero where you just come online before him. That's as simple as that. You come online before he gets items, you end the game, and that's it. I like Newbee's draft. It comes down to the fact that if they can execute, that's the question. Big question on executing. I also don't think Mag's going to get pressured out mid against the Conquer. I mean, where is Mag? Here he is. 3 armor. It's not the greatest starting. Of course, that Tidebringer spam's a little annoying, but we'll do this real quick. Alright, chuck this bad boy up, but oops. Even then, I mean, it's gonna be interesting to see with how they really play. Alright, so I think Newbee take this game. I think they're able to take it pretty early, probably like 25 minutes, first Aegis. They still struggle at taking Roach just because they don't really have any minus armor. But even then, I just think that they have their kind of tempos until like the Mag Druid need a couple of items, those 2 small items, and then when they get that, their tempo is going to be fine. So the question is if they can kind of delay this. Like a Rubik Centaur, Centaur's naturally... this combo is just a very good lane winning combo. And I very surprised that Centaur actually went a Ring of Protection when he's going to be laning up against a Batrider. I don't know if... I guess Batrider harasses a fair bit with his right clicks, just stacking up the sticky. Very surprised he didn't go for a stick first, so you see Rubik has one. That's very interesting, actually. Alright, well, they know where the ward is. I mean, it's blocking the camp as well, so Baboka does not have a sentry to start, but even then. I mean, they should be able to get this. Might be a little annoying, but even then. Whoever can right-click fast, it looks like Wizard can. So, another thing as well, illusions give you retaliate stacks as well. That's another reason why I think Centaur is pretty good against the Phantom Lancer. But there you go, 3 bounties to start. Newbee, that's not a bad way to head it off. I mean, probably the best is full team wiping and getting 4 bounties and roaching as well. But yeah, we gotta think small here. You know, that's big steps. That's not easy to do. Maybe yeah, you get all 4 bounties, you try and stink Roche, conquer with the Tidebringer, cleave off, and you kill everyone. Like, whew, that's a good way to start. I don't know about you guys. Yeah, the best starts I've seen lately is just First Blood into 4 bounties. Then that's up. That's a feels good, man. But why does he have Skewer?
Denied.
What? Hang on. I don't think I've seen this. He just tried to... Okay, I don't know what to say about what I just saw. I'm trying to work out if they maybe we're gonna get First Blood somewhere. Maybe he thought the range creep was the Conquer. I've got no idea. I'm gonna leave it at that. I'm not gonna bring it up. We'll question it a little bit, but that's it. Actually, that's gonna take a little bit of damage here. Maybe they can get another root, but Fade instead. Has he gone Blightstone? He hasn't. So I honestly wouldn't mind a Blightstone from Fade. The only reason I say that, I think just constantly harassing out the bear is really nice. Of course, I mean, you're a position 4 though, and committing for that item is a little difficult unless you're able to find a kill First Blood to be precise here, but even then. You know, I saw, I think, in the lone drill that was earlier today, they went for a Blightstone on the puck 3 though, instead of the 4. That might have been Aster's game as well. Was it? I can't even remember. It doesn't even matter though. Well, there you go. Find the bear. It's a little bit of gold there, but it looks like StarLadder, unfortunately, And take some damage in the meantime, but still, they'll be fine. So just trading. I mean, Mugi, once you get a couple of levels, this hero is very self-sustainable. You don't need too much help in the sport. Now the Phantom Lancer. Nice use of the Flame Break, however. One more right click from Wax is going to be able to get the kill. That's the level 2s that we spoke about.
What is this?
Rubik Centaur, very high kill threat, 11 points in the Retaliate. It's a good start to this lane. Centaur's got the stick and Bracer coming out as well, so yeah, they're going to have a lot to use around at this lane, to say the least. I mean, it's just the fact that they're just constantly going to spam out the mana. I mean, Waxy's already got the wand as well, but... I thought he was... Is he trying to stack or farm it? I'm so confused. Funny as. Alright, so AQ has gone up double points in the Empower. So this matchup's interesting. I think that Mags are pretty good against melee heroes just because you always offer some kill threat to be able to shockwave skewer them under the tower with a TP rotation. But I think Conquer just gets to the stage where you're way too tanky. I mean, double Bracer, man. It's literally the same of both melee heroes. Like, they're both going to go double Bracer, be like 1100 HP, and then you just don't kill them. That's a big kill on the bear, though. It's down for 50 still. And this is even Fade without a Blight Zone. He might end up falling, though. Faith unable to get that chilling touch last right click. XXS wants him, and he was going to be able to find him here. Couple of tower hits, but with that bash proc coming through, 2 points up in it as well. So there you go. See, StarLadder is just having quite the time. It's going to be interesting to see if he wants to go for a 3rd level in the Greater Bash, or if he's just going to keep it at 2 and go for like a 2-1-2, and then kind of start to max out the Guardian Sprint as well. I've seen a couple of variations with at least with the build there. Baboka? I don't know if Waxy just blocked the camp or if you just didn't pull the creeps in the right direction. They still haven't blocked this ward as well. I mean, they know it's there. They're finally gonna... I mean, it's 4 minutes into the game, though. So it's been blocked for a period of time. I'm kind of surprised that Newbee actually wants to block it. I guess, you know, you can always pull it down, but still, sometimes it's interesting to see. Because naturally, they got a high amount of kill threat on this lane. And you're kind of going to push it in naturally as well with the Fade Bolt. AQ, jeez. He's got a regen at least, so he'll be fine. What's this? Another Bracer as well, so... Try and get the max out of this regen in the meantime, though. So still just 2 kills so far throughout the game. You do see, though... Where's... Looks like Puck just rotated back. I was gonna say, what's the Puck doing, but... Having a bit of a chill one. Just trying to get the juices flowing. Get the mana back. The health back as well. Uh-oh, Faith. He's getting chased. No, don't hurt me, please. Be fine, although Puck's gonna be able to join him. Does join to the last second after Fade's able to get the bounty in. XXS, it's one more hit until he gets the bash proc. Looks like that one will be the kill. Cuts off the head of Faith. Second kill now for XXS as well, so about to hit the level 5. I'm gonna drag the creep wave as well, so they have a catapult wave if they want to pressure at the tower, but Druid is a pretty self-sustainable laner, so he should be able to deal with this relatively well. The issue is that I guess he's just gonna XXS just wants a big camp, it looks like. Oh, there you go, level 5. It did go 3 points in the bash as well, but in the meantime, what do we got happening down here? Hey, he's gonna join them. The telekinesis drag back. This should be enough to get the cold feet proc, and it is, but there's another rotation coming through. Qian with the level 6 right now. I mean, Wizard's way too tanky. I don't think they're gonna be able to find the Centaur kill them. I'm surprised that Dai just left Wizard to his own device. I mean, he's gonna try and TP out. Should be successful with that. I feel like they could have killed Aster Procedure. I mean, I guess the abilities were on cooldown. In the meantime, Druid's gonna fall. What do you have actually? Bracer, stick, yeah. You see how low Aster Procedure actually was, but alright, well, man, Druid is a very self-sustainable laner, and I'm surprised at how much they're being able to bully him out. I mean, he's been, we saw the bear die twice in the lane, now he's got to resummon it as well. He's really struggling, but they're kind of leaving him solo right now. Qian's still bot. Wizard's got to be careful. Doesn't have too many one charges to work around with now. It looks like with the Tide Bring, he's going to be able to bring him down, but here comes AQ. Able to get this skewer all the way back onto the tower, so Qian doesn't have this run buff to work around with, so the tower is going to be the one to find the kill. I mean, if Mugi dies again, this is not going to be good. They are playing very well, Aster, actually, at this top side. Kind of surprised at how much the Druid struggled in this matchup, considering he's always well known for being a self-sustained hero, just because kind of you have 2 technically heroes that would kind of out-harass. I think maybe they put another ward down. They do have one on the high ground, so at least going to give him some assistance. But the good thing is that, I mean, nice rotation from Mag. They find the Conquer kill. You know, Conquer was kind of hanging around a little bit around bot, but looks like both just going to try and get what they can across the map here. Just farm up the jungle, give supports a little bit of solo time around mid, some me time. You know, can never blame it, can never hate it. The interesting thing is that Wax is actually not still bot, and PL, what's he going? 33-5 compared to the 31-8, so SCCC still having a relatively okay time. I mean, did die once, but even then, I mean, he's got the level 6 now, so he can fall back to the jungle if need be with the juxtapose, of course. But you know, at the moment, things are relatively even. Nothing to swing in one way. As long as Druid's able to get his farm, which I'm a little worried about how he kind of struggled throughout the lane, but I guess, I mean, AQ has maxed out in power, so he will be able to catch up. And sometimes you don't really want to play around your core because you really want to use your empower to your own to just kind of farm up as much as possible. Surprised they don't put like the mango tree here at least, so it sees a little bit more of the kind of the stairs running up. It's a little bit further on the eastern side, but even then, it's a great tree. Gets vision of 2 stairs. Stairs are pretty important. It's kind of the highways, choke points, being able to find kills. Speaking about kills, Baroka, you're in a bit of a pickle of a situation to say the least there. Wizard's going to be able to bring him down. 13 retaliate stacks with 3 points in it. It's a crap load of damage, so unfortunately, the fact that Radiant were able to take the T1 tower first really puts Dire in a rough spot where now it gives Aster a lot more options to make movements across the map. I mean, Stardust rushing BKB. Is BKB the item? First item? Is it that? Whoops, I didn't mean that. First item BKB. I mean, RP. I guess, how do they kill him though? There's the tree gone. Snag up a mango as well, unfortunately, but moved it. Let's try and get a little bit of revenge for stealing his freaking mango. If we can get in range. Unfortunately, not a bash going to come through. Sorry, I should say a root going to come through. But AQ is not farming right now, which is the thing. You know, we spoke about that. I think kind of the mag blink. You don't really tank fights beforehand. I mean, I guess if you have RP available, you can kind of show up to some of these fights. But even then, you're just going to see how tanky people are getting. And the fact that that's a I haven't seen the Shadow Blade in a long time, man. It's so nice. Get it off my screen. There we go. Did they get it? Alright, they got it. Nice. So, 1 for 1 in the outpost in the meantime. It is well for Faith. I'll surely take it. No mind. AQ comes flying down. Uh-oh, Sentinel. We'll be able to TP out. Spidey sense is tingling. Makes it all the way back to the tower. So, 8 kills already, 10 minutes into the game. See if there's too many neutral items picked up. Looks like Dire, they got all 4. Radiant, they got all 4 as well. Still haven't popped down their mango tree in the meantime. But, yeah, AQ's having a good time. Top of the net worth, and this is really where you're supposed to be as a Magnus, considering how fast you farm. You don't really play around a lot of your cores and just kind of giving them empower. You're more of a hero that wants to just farm up, get those 2 items, and then start to show up to these fights with the early item timing and the levels that you do have. So yeah, a lot of the time, I like to say Matt's kind of this new alchemist, but like a poor man's alchemist, of course, because you're not going to get as much farm as him, but you do still want to be around the top of the net worth and last hits as well, considering with the change to the empower and how greedy you actually play. I think if you're not around the top of the net worth, then you're really struggling on kind of the mag. But yeah, well, he's there. That's where he is right now. So it's looking good, at least for AQ on the mag. But I mean, in the meantime as well, we haven't seen the Phantom Lancer in a while. So SCCC is going to go for the Aster first. I've seen a couple times either it's kind of the Diffuser Blade first item if you want to try and show up to these fights, or it's the Aster into like Diffusal as well. The Aster is going to give you a little bit more farming. Just actually about right once again. There's a couple more retaliate stacks to work with. Nice flame break, but it's still going to be able to close the distance here. TP rotation's coming through. Wizard's going to take a fair bit of damage now. They just need the lockdown, and the core is going to be able to provide that. But AQ with a skill forward. As you see, the Shockwave dragging back with the double yank on cooldown. They don't have to commit for the RP, but the torrent combo. AQ still relatively tanky. Double brace, so Ogre axed. Now Fade's going to be careful. Nice use of the silence. Still, even Moogie's going to show up to all of the boys right now from Newbee. They'll bring the reinforcements, the Goon Squad. Find a couple of heroes for that kill. It's going to be a 2 for 1. You see Batrider's going to come straight down. Centaur's got a TP as well. I mean, AQ still has the RP to work around with. Who's going to be able to win this engagement, though? Well, looks like they're out, considering Centaur's just going to go take farm mid. So with everyone showing bot, we're just going to probably push out this tower with Retaliate. So I think Radiant have to beeline to that mid tower. And I wouldn't mind if Dire smoke, and I guess there's Corrosive Haze on AQ, so it's a bit of an issue. But I guess Wizard wasn't even trying to pressure her out. So, and there you go. Aster actually going to do it. So I would have minded if Centaur continues to push and then they smoke behind him and try and get vision down and kind of set up for a movement from Aster to try and protect the tower. But it looks like instead, Radiant, they smoke here, just anticipating someone to continue the aggression. Instead, I'll be able to find AQ here. Coil is available. He can skewer her out potentially, but now they're going to lasso, drag him away to try and pop the coil clear, and it will snap at the last second. AQ tries to get the RP, but it looks like it won't be able to. Luckily, he didn't use it there. Nice play from him. But bring that beast of a man down, considering how tanky he is. 2k HP. Ooh, BKB next, huh? Is he still rushing it as well? He is. Well, XXS having a really good game, man. 3-0-1 ahead of the Phantom Lancer. So, I mean, Aster are getting a lot of farm, a lot more farm across the map and kind of stopping the timing. I mean, it's only 13 minutes into the game. You know, Mookie just has this Maelstrom completed, and this is kind of the issue with the Magnus, is that you play very far away from your other core. So still, you know, the Druid's able to farm up relatively well. Of course, would be farming a lot faster with the Empower, but you know, this is kind of the thing with the change to the Magnus, is that you play away from your core and you don't really give them Empower. So you're not this old W bot that we used to see. There are teams like Ardroid from the Southeast Asia region, of course, that still actually well, at least like having the mag as a support. I've seen them play it a couple times for Boomy on the 4. But even then, you know, it's a minimal net worth lead. You know, looks like at the moment. We'll take a quick look in the meantime with the graphs. Nothing too showing. I mean, Aster do have a good experience lead, actually, which is an important thing at this early stage. And is it Conker's got the Shadow Blade as well. So Xian just going to try and make a lot more movements across the map. I mean, we spoke about that. I think that Conker's going to be able to make a fair bit of space for the Phantom Lancer, but it looks like he really wants to try and enable with this with the Shadow Blade. And I also like the Hellwood pickup as well. Mag, very single target, I should say physical damage orientated. I guess the Lone Druid as well, physical damage orientated as well. So it's a really nice build from Xian. It's going for kind of utility this game. I mean, Shadow Blade not really utility. And I feel like if you have the Shadow Blade kind of cosmetic, then you have to go for the item as well. Otherwise, you're just a fraud and you shouldn't be playing Dota. But that's you know, that's a little bit too harsh. Maybe I shouldn't be that harsh about it. Radiant. Who can they find on the back line here? So we can try and take some towers. I'm surprised no one's really made any movement to the tier 1 towers right now, with how important each team is to trying to get these item timings. You know, PL doesn't want to kind of show up too early until he gets Yasha Diffusal. Dire really relying on trying to allow the Druid and Mag to just be able to farm up in the jungle. So you know, no one's really been putting too much emphasis on. Looks like just trying to play around this bottom side of the map and get a couple of pickoffs. I still wouldn't mind that. I mean, Radiant, they have the tower advantage right now. So as soon as Dire kind of show up bot, yes, this tier 1 tower is very important for Radiant though, considering it, you know, controls your ancient camp, controls your jungle in general as well. So, the circle's really weird still. Or at least the line drawing on when you're in the lobby. Oh, here we go. Another setup now. He's going to break the coil before they get the lasso out. Telekinesis. Still going to drag him a little bit away, but Wizard will be fine. Stampede's going to allow him to disengage. Nicely done by breaking the coil before he gets lassoed down, but Xian, they have any vision coming through. They're going to be able to get the silence ice blast as well. Conker's not going to feel so tanky now. Really nicely played from Newbee. They get a pick off onto the Conker. They're going to be able to take the tier 1 tower finally down bot. And in the meantime, still Moogie getting a lot of farm. Javelin completed. Working on that Mithril Hammer next.
Radiant structures are fortified.
You see that we brought up last game with the Puck how I like force mobility, and that Puck was able to have this with the Force Staff. And well, they got it this game as well from Radiant, considering they have the lasso. It's another really nice tool to just be able to secure that little bit of damage. And you also see he's going Force Staff as well. So really nice to just be able to kite out kind of the Ice Blast combo after a stun. But Baboka, Telekinesis back, the Ice Blast, we're going to bring him down now. Wizard, he doesn't have the Stampede, which is the only issue, and it looks like now with the damage coming through, but AQ flying from afar here with the cleave isn't enough to be able to bring down the Phantom Lancer here. He's able to get the Doppelganger already. Now XXS going to turn around, he's got the BKB. AQ's going to end up dropping, but it's not done just yet with the claw onto the backline. Controls up the Ancient Apparition. Still, Wax is going ham right now. What can he steal? Does find Fade, but he's gonna trade his life for it. You know, the lanes, you see the ping's got to deal with him straight away though, but there you go. Nice little swing. Is this the... Did you have defusal for that fight? I can't click on him. You didn't. Okay. About to have defusal though, so still the net worth lead for Radiant I think is really important. The fact that... So that's a 10-second BKB charge from XXS. Dude, Mag going blink as well, second item too.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
I'm trying to see if they can deal with the Phantom Lance late game. That's my question right now. I think maybe I'm not giving enough emphasis to Centaur because I think the hero is pretty nuts with double edge and going for, you know, just kind of maxing out strength and with that talent as well, you deal very well with illusions. Maybe. I'm trying to see, man. I'm gotta do the quick maths. He probably goes like Abyssal. He might even go like Abyssal before the Heart just because the damage block against this game. Gonna give him a lot more tankiness. I mean, of course, Heart's a natural stats, but damage block's really nice. Trying to see if they do deal with the PL in the late game. If Ruby can get some good abilities, then I wouldn't see why not, but I think the cores have to be very farmed in that regard if they're going to. When they're about to have Maelstrom, Mask and Manus onto the Druid. Looks like unfortunately Mag's a little bit more away. He's been kind of showing up to these fights. Still top of the net worth though. Still top of the last hits as well. So it's not like he's not hitting the timing. He's gonna have it pretty much right by the time that Lone Druid hits his stride as well. So even then, I mean, Aster have done a really good job to be able to make a lot of space for the Phantom Lance. You see fourth in the net worth right now. He's about to have the Fusel Blade. He's actually gonna go Sanjin Yasha next as well. So I like the itemization from SCC here with the Sanjin Yasha. It's not something you see too often. You know, Manta naturally on illusion heroes is nice, but it's nothing you can really dispel with any like silencers or anything. But I think just the Sanjin Yasha is kind of a cost-effective item, and he's recognizing that Dire are going to push the tempo in the next couple of minutes when they get their items. So this is going to allow him to come online at a little bit earlier of a timing here. The stats are good. Status resistance, literally one of probably the most broken mechanic in the game. So also going to give him some of that. So you can, yeah, never complain about that bad boy. But here we go. Maelstrom Bomb. AQ just trying to go for the recipe, of course, until he can have the BKB. So still waiting around until then. But, you know, I think Aster are fine. You know, Phantom Lance is still getting whatever he can across the map. Casual Ice Blast. Actually go. What? Didn't even see the line. I'm so confused. That's funny as. Alright, let's see. Dude, I don't know why it does that. If I go neutral items and then tab out. See, why does it reset it? I just want to see the newts. Max got Pupil's Gift. It's okay. Essence Ring is really nice on the Centaur though. Has he got another one for the bear? What's his hero got? Oh, sorry, that's his hero. Where's his bear? There you are, brother. Surely just pick something. The shovel or even the QB. Colin Blade, Fade. Oh. I try and time it with a jaunt here. Won't be able to. Oh, the phase shift. Oh, nicely played from Fade, dude. That. Woo. Damn, that timing was flawless. All right. Well, he makes it out. There's a. Wait, what? I swear he needed like 1,000 gold till BKB. Dude, I swear he needed so much gold till he had the BKB. Alright, here we go. You know, Wizards got Blink, they got BKB now. This is big for Dire. They're going to smoke up instantly with this kind of little bit of a timing they have. Heroku's going to get shown mid. Looks like with the movement speed coming through, he's going to haste. So, Firefly yourself away, brother. Unfortunately, you won't be able to take the tower. I don't know if they want to pressure Roche. I mean, I don't think they can. Like I said, they don't have the greatest lineup to take it with no minus armor. They're going to try and protect the observer board here, but still, unfortunately, Bivoka's got that haste, so he's going to be fine in the meantime. And SCC picks up tower bot. Going to try and put pressure out the tier 2 as well. Fade's doing an incredible job of just splitting out the map. They are going to Roche. Who's got the medallion? Dude, I love that. That's a game-winning item. That is a game-winning item, because if they get this first Roche, these towers are going to just melt. Gonna be a little unfortunate because it does get scouted out, so it looks like Radiant want to take the fight, and Dire kind of falling a little low here, and they need to try and keep Mugi alive so he can get the Stampede away. However, it's gonna pop it. Almost loses all his mana right now with XXS. The BKB is gonna fly, but he's got the movement speed to chase forward. Wizard with a quick blink on the coil. Backline, Rubik controlled. Can they bring him down? It looks like Waxy's gonna end up falling, unable to steal anything right now, and Newbee, kind of the timing. They're slightly not hitting it right now. They're going to try and disengage in XXS. The two-man crush still. Not a lot of stun lock right now. Mugi's about to lose the bear as well, but Wizard with the follow-up. They'll find the startup. BKB's going to get popped as well, and AQ with his own BKB. But where's the RP coming through? They're trying to deal with everyone, but the Magnus right now just kiting him out. But the RP onto 3. Where's the follow-up summon as well? Wizard and Storm cooled up, but they can cleave. Brock's going to end up falling. The torrent might just give the Phantom Lancer enough space. However, Aster will see Doppelganger. Another crush coming through from XXS, but they get the telekinesis. Waxy after the death steals the torrent as well. Phantom Lancer is going to end up falling. What a respawn from Waxy. He'll make it another kill. Double the conquer, but he'll join him in the afterlife. Oh. Waxy. Quite the respawn coming there, brother. Telekinesis to the last second. Torrent steal as well. Very nice RP onto 3, but they don't have the damage right now.
That should help.
I guess a couple of heroes were down, but I mean, StarLadder, the very nice initiations. So, kind of evenly traded. But the fact that PL's able to hit the Yasha Diffusal at a good timing, and he almost has the Sunjin Yasha when Dire want to start kind of getting aggressive across the map. So Waxy's going to be able to make a lot of plays like that this game, I'm hoping. Well, sounds like I'm one-sided, but, you know, can't say no to a bit of a good old Rubik performance, can we now? But I think the fact that Dire kind of was stopped from Roche, and now they can't take it with RP on cooldown. And Radiant are now aware that they have oh, this is a big kill. That's a dieback coming through from Rubik. And yeah, I don't think you're going to be able to survive. There you go. They might try and at least avenge his life with a kill on Fade with a setup. Is this enough control? Can't dodge the Ice Blast now. Going to try and get the Stampede. A little bit of damage here, but still, is he going to tick out? However, should have enough health to work around with and die. They're going to disengage with the Stampede on cooldown. Unfortunately, Radiant, they're just not going to be able to close the distance. So will reveal there's a ward on the high gun. Nice attempt with this setup, but now they commit pretty heavily and probably going to lose a ward from that. Astropussy is going to go Satanic as well. Okay. More status resistance. Can never say no. You're also going to be able to amplify, of course. You've already got the 30% lifesteal amp. Even then, I mean, game's actually looking pretty decent for Aster. I think the one thing I was worried about was with this kind of 25-minute. And we're not there yet, of course, but with how this game's turning out, I think Newbee have to probably smoke up with Rubik respawning in all their ultimates. And if they're unable to get a pick off into Roche, I'd start to get a little worried. It's still a pretty even probability, but I mean, there's a blink now on Bat. You know, it's pretty late, but as a 5, you'll take it. 1, 5, and 5, so... Still going to try and use the Observe Ward. PL's going to get scouted here, but he's right next to the tier 1 tower, and he does move reasonably fast, so... Oh, AQ. Fade's going to get found here as well. The RP catches both of them out with the Ice Path combination as well. They just haven't D-warded just yet. And the Fear Drag away stops. The Doppelganger, there's the... Oh! There it is.
Dire's middle tower.
Exactly what we said. Smoke, find a pick off, go into Roche, Radiant. They're still going to try and protect this. Puck's got a buyback available. Poor old Ancient Apparition, not probably the best spot for you to be, but now the Conqueror's got to be careful. Brute is able to get the ultimate off in the meantime. Drag away. Has a run buff, and now a nice use of the lasso is going to provide him a little bit of space here. They do steal the boat, however. AQ forced to pop the BKB as well, but straight on top of Waxy. A bash going to come through. Can he get the ultimate off in the meantime? He will be successful at that, but it looks like a little too late until he gets the run buff. I just don't know how, like, that's a free Roche for Dire. Like, how are you in a position where you're there like that? Alright, well, they'll find Baboka here. Well, will they? He's got Blink. Another haste as well. This game is nuts. Wait, that's an interesting ward. I didn't know you could put that there. I mean, that has to be free Roche. I don't know what AA's business is sitting on the stairs. Like, don't you just sit on the backline and if anyone gets gone on, it's your cause? I don't know, I think Dire just missed another big timing. That could have just been Roshan for them. And now finally they've gotten rid of this ward. There is a telescope though onto Dire. So give it over to the bad boy Ruby. Wait, hang on, do they both have telescope? What am I missing? Okay, anyway. Rubik does have a blink too as well.
Are scanning.
Point that up one out there. Dude, they're going to smoke again. I mean, RP's up. Then Pete's on cooldown for another 30 seconds. Going to try and do a very similar smoke play. You know, good thing is, if you go bot with a smoke, you can only get the T2 tower with an objective. Oh, Xian. Again, smoke's going to pop. Initiation forward. Conker's relatively tanky, but if they can control him before he gets that ulti off. Sentry's there. Where's the fob? Looks like the torrent stolen. I don't know where their sentry was, but anyway, maybe they had a dust coming through. So, nice pick off. They're once again going to try and roach, but the issue is, I mean, he's got a buyback available, and it looks like Newbee, they want a couple more pickoffs. 4 stuff. Nicely played from Fade. It's going to give Baboka a little bit of potential to get the disengage coming through. Now with the core onto the backline. They do have buybacks available if they want to try and hold it, but the core is stolen, actually. They survived this one, however. Ooh, nice silence, but the root will fall. So 3 dead now. This has to be roach now. SCCC is going to be able to take the bottom tier 2. Knows they're going to go roach as well. So he's probably going to be able to take the, or at least pressure out the tier 3. A is very farm. Faith is meching Medallion as well. I mean, I guess Batrider is more ahead, but again, the same positioning. I'm going to try and do this. Buyback coming through from Bat. We'll chuck out that buyback timer, actually. With the Medallion. We could do... Oh. I don't think Mookie wants it anyway, but still. Waxy needs to stop this blink initiation to try and get the lasso. Baboka doesn't steal it. He's going to end up losing his life as well for the attempt, but in the meantime, they do lose the tier 3, so SCCC goes to work on that tower. I guess with the catapult wave, it's able to help out, but... Alright, so you finally get Aegis, which Dire were dying for, honestly, for the entire game. You get it now, 27 minutes in. Where's the bear? What has the bear got? Bear's got Mjolnir into AC next. Okay, so the Mjolnir is going to help out with being able to deal with the illusions. AC is also really nice against the minus armor, not to mention. Ooh, gotta love a good repair kit. But if you get it, there's a good chance enemy's going to get it because the replicate... Oh, dude. Why does it do it again? Because he just picked it up before. It must be if he gives it over to his bear or something. I don't know how that worked. It like double popped up and I'm like, dude, there's no way Radiant got it. But then I saw that Die had it. I keep going like pop as well. It's really annoying me. I don't know why. It's like a fake laugh. Ooh, that's not bad. Yeah, you'll take that one instead. Probably got to send it back to base so you don't give it away. I mean, I guess they already got a pupils, right? It might be nice to hold, but Spiderlegs is really good on Batrider. Gonna help you with the initiation. XXS would like it as well, just considering. But here we go. They're going to work on the towers. Tier 2 is going to fall bot, but Radiant are doing a really good job at being able to trade. You see how farm StarLadder is as well. 7-0 and 6 from XXS, but they're still just kind of pressuring out the map here. Probably going to wait for the mid lane to link up, but he's also very close to the Assault Cuirass. He's going to be there at a pretty good timing considering. Take a look at the probability now after kind of the Roche. 55% for Dire. Net worth... Oh, that's... Wait. Oh, is that F5? I didn't know that was F5. Alright, well, there you go. You learn something new every day. F4. Alright, well, there you go. Learning hotkeys. Oops, wrong one again. There we go. Alright. Yeah, so, I mean, the net worth is not really one-sided. Both teams are doing very good with farming. Mag is slowly starting to increase that lead. Head. I like the heart pickup on Wizard as well. Just naturally want to tank up. It's brought up earlier that it's really nice with the, of course, talent and the double edge, just the strength into damage, be able to deal with the Phantom Lancer illusions. But you got a nice ward in the area. I want to Stampede to try and close the distance. So it looks like Qian's going to be fine. Broker's still kind of hovering around mid lane. So I mean, he's got a blink. He's going to run the opposite direction. Really nicely played. Just nice awareness from Baboka there. So he'll deal with a couple of creeps here, but the next wave is going to come through anyway. But there's a Basher now on top of the mag. This is interesting. I don't really see Basher too much. I mean, Abyssal Blade's really good, but actually, 4th item? I'm trying to think what mags go for. Sometimes AC, but they already have one getting queued up here. So even then, it's going to be, what, Aegis for another 2 minutes here, so I'll take a tier 2 tower. Still top's kind of getting worked around with. Do they go high ground? That's the question. And Radiant have decent high ground defense. It's nothing too extraordinary, but I think it's more the issue that their catch right now is really showing. I mean, they do have a couple of blinks, and they got 3 blinks actually, so it's not the worst, but it's really getting to the stage. Broker's gonna finally die, man. I mean, when it takes 3 hits to find a Corey, you know you're gonna end up falling. Like that 3rd hit, you're like, okay, I know I'm gonna die, but I get the Corey, whatever, it's worth it. You've just kind of accepted your fate, honestly. And they're gonna smoke up, but still, I mean, they've gotten 2 outer towers, the tier 2s. They want to try and get something more, and looks like SCCC is a perfect target at that. Smoke's gonna pop. Nice dodge with the doppelganger, but now with the RP follow-up as well. They get the double edge, deal with all the illusions. Now with the ice spot, SCCC will get brought down. Does have a buyback though. So even with the doppelganger, you dodge 1 stone. Can you dodge another? And the answer is no. And our fate as well. Can you get blink? He can. There you go. Fade's a bit too much of a player, but I mean they got a soak cure. Oh. This high ground push is gonna be fast. They do have a repair kit. There you go. Look it up earlier. Well, here we go. I mean, Assault Cuirass, they'll shred the base, man. Look at the attack speed from the bear. They have power on him as well? I have to imagine they do, yeah. So, I mean, the issue is just a repair kit makes it a little bit lackluster, but they will be able to get the tier 3 tower. They're still going to have ages for another 15 seconds as well, so you've got to be careful how long you stay here, because the Phantom Lancer does have a buyback available. Hasn't popped this bad boy out just yet. Second repair kit going to get used though, so they will be able to finally get the melee racks. They're delaying this a lot. They're going to blink forward, however. Aegis about to time out if they can keep him alive long enough. AQ just going to end up falling. He's got a BKB. Skewer available. Might have to pop the BKB straight away, but the torrent's off the mark now. Gets the X. He's going to pop the BKB, however. Now with counter initiation. XXS in the meanwhile. RP isn't available right now, so Dire going to be careful. They continue the fight with the Stampede on cooldown. They can't disengage. However, the Ice Blast's going to come through. Chiant hasn't got the ulti up in the meantime. He's going to get brought down. No buyback available. SCCC as well is going to join him in the afterlife. A buyback's for him, but Aster, with only one core down. Revoker, blink forward. Wizard's going to be careful here. Lotus Orb gets rid of the sticky nade pump, but Mookie's back on the high ground. Get the Diffusal Blade slow. So Spirit Bear won't be able to continue. Dude, Conker just got shredded. That Ice Blast from Faith. I mean, Conker's got no buyback now. Last repair kit now used. RP's about to be up. Stampede's up as well. They're going to try and slow siege this. Where's the bear? From Movie. Oh, there. Wait, what? I swear it wasn't there. Dude, that's a really cool skin as well. Just going to point that out there real quick, but there you go. Last repair kit. They don't have Glyph as... That's a big courier. Unfortunate. Alright, well, it looks like that's the Abyssal Blade for AQ. Or at least a recipe, because he would have had enough, yeah. Whew, what a game, man. 2,000 net worth lead. That's a big swing, man. And all of a sudden, I have to go deal with the base. Unhealable damage with the range racks. Gotta always point that out there, of course. But I mean, this game, Newbee, that's a lot of their stride coming through. That finally first Aegis push with the AC as well, and you see they shred the base. And well, I'm still very shocked at how fast they brought down Conker. I think that, yeah, I'm actually very surprised at how fast they have a Glimmer Cape. What do they got on the supports? Where's Bat? Blink Gem. I mean, he's going Glimmer next. Okay. Puck's gonna go Ags as well. He's relatively close actually. Puck's about to have it, which is very nice for their at least team fight. Because they've got a way to force the coil to break with 4 staffs along with the lasso as well. But Newbee are actually still grouping up. Without the Aegis, this could be... I mean, because AQ's losing a lot of net worth right now with no Abyssal Blade. Yeah, without the Courier, he'd have it by now. There's also a Satanic on the Phantom Lancer, so he's bought out. I mean, doesn't have buyback anyway, so none of the cores right now from Radiant have buyback, and I'll just be able to take the tier 3 tower, so a little bit of armor now gone. They're going to smoke up XXS. He's been having great initiation throughout the entirety of the game. Who can they jump on first though? That's the question. Just going to try and send the illusions to the backline. Burn some mana as fast as possible now. Fade with the Aghanims. They're going to get the lasso dragged away. Mag controlled here. Core's going to end up breaking now with a boat on the backline. It's enough to be able to bring down the Mag, however. Can he get the BKB off in the meantime? He's taking, but he's not taking enough. They're going to lose 2 heroes. Now it's time to disengage. Sound the sirens. They got to get out of here. Centaur without the Stampede. They'll X back Moogie. Wizard's relatively tanky, but it's not going to matter. Diffusal Blade slow. He'll try and at least make some space for Moogie, but Moogie, he's going to turn around. Phantom Lancer trying to man fight, but he can't do it. He's down, but Broken might end up falling as well if Moogie can get on top of him with the blink forward. They're back. XXS. They're going to roar him away. Chiant's relatively low as well, but the Tidebringer melts him down. He had the DD as well, and Newbee, they'll lose 5. Oh, quite the fight. That's a big swing. Over 4,000 from Aster. They don't force a buyback. They hold the high ground. No racks fallen down, but that was the reveal of the Aghanim as well. They got the coil break and just, man, chain lock him down. Couldn't get the BKB off. No protection coming through. The good thing is that if there's a good thing, they lose a fight right next to the enemy team's rack, so they're not going to lose too many objectives considering, you know, PL's down. But even then, it's kind of that the morale, I should say. Moral. That has been lost. Not even lost, but dude, he's so farmed. Highest net worth, actually. I wonder if he goes damage. He is. He's gonna go what looks like Satanic into Daedalus, but I would like a little bit more attack speed. I think you get your... Yeah, I imagine he went for the bash. Oh, he didn't. He went for health. Okay. He went lifesteal as well. Alright, interesting. What's this Slither Cross cooldown already? 17 seconds. But what's the uptime? Okay. That's pretty nice, actually. Not a big downtime. But, I mean, XXX getting a lot of farm. The fact that... I wonder if he needs... Ags could be really good. Just kind of sitting on the higher ground. But we've seen the initiation. I guess if he sits frontline, you can't initiate. They don't really have anyone else. So maybe the Conk is the one to sit frontline. Chan's also going for what looks like a Shiva's next. They do have Abyssal Blade now delivered, though. So once the Courier respawned. And second Roche is up. This is big. You know, if Dai gets second Roche, then... Their eyes are on the prize to try and make it towards the grand final, though. Aster second Roche is going to give them a little bit more timing to get the farm. Dude, I still have not got over how awesome this Shadowblade animation is. I haven't seen it in a long time. They do unfortunately lose the Courier, but I believe Conker still has buyback. Oh, yeah, he does. Gonna smoke up. They don't have the greatest vision right now. One very defensively, just kind of around Roshan. Radiant all grouping up. They know this is going to come down to this. Who can get what? Who can find the initiation? They do scan, I believe it connected as well. I think I just saw that at the last second. So they're going to wrap around. Try and maybe get some vision down on this side of the map, considering they do have one in the river. Uh-oh, smoke on smoke. Who's got the higher ground though? Pulling forward, XXS. Going to be able to find two. Coral dropped as well with a quick BKB from Magnus. Going to turn around with the Abyssal Blade. They're going to try and bring down StarLadder first, and they will be successful with that. StarLadder, buyback available though. SCC is going to try and deal with the support on the backline with Stampede. Waxy, Diffuser Blade so straight on top of him. He's going to get brought down. Keep the mech. Is it enough? No! The blade forward! SCC is going to be careful. Double Gang is going to be fine there. He's somehow still alive, and now off to the side. Broker gets a disarm. A skill 4, but XXS going to be careful. Remember, he just brought back here up. He's going to fly AQ. Does he have the damage to bring him down? How Tone controlling the mag. They don't have the damage right now. XS is going to man fight. Can they bring him down? Yes, mag down. No buyback available. Now the bear. He's going ham. The root. XXS is going to try and disengage here. Got to hold that buyback potential. They'll do with the bear. Another blink forward from Wizard, but he's got to be careful. It's just two heroes right now from Dire and Moogie. He's going to end up falling. Centaur, this next target as well. They don't have buyback on Newbee. They don't have buyback. Wizard's going to drop here. Oh. Triple kill for SCC. They got to deal with the base. Uh-oh. That's a full 5-man wipe. Somehow Phantom Lancer stayed alive there. They almost brought him down. They're safe from the Centaur, but they just didn't get the RP control off in time. He used the Abyssal Blade on the starter as well. I thought he was going to chuck it out on the PL, but now Aegis cheese. Who doesn't have buyback? SCC down for another minute. So there you go. They'll still give him the Aegis anyway. Oh, these fights are getting intense. XXS has a cheese. Try the buyback though. Aster just been executing the fights a little bit better with the coils, honestly. We're not really seeing this kind of RPs come through, and I mean now without buybacks. Try and delay it as much as possible with the Fade Bolt. We're just going to be very careful with his positioning there. I mean, as soon as Qian's going to be able to get that X, you're kind of just in a crappy spot. It's not the greatest ability either. They have repair kits, I thought, right? Yeah, they do. Faith, if you can chuck it out on the melee racks. They're just going to back off. Oh, we still repair. That's not good. Oh well, it's fine. Alright. All of a sudden, 9,000 gold net worth lead for Aster. 67% win probability as well. We got tier 4 items starting to get picked up. The Timeless Relic probably gives it over the puck. Oof, that's good. Oh yeah, Spell Amp. Debuff duration. You love to see it. They're gonna have to try and get some neutral items in the meantime. Let's see if Rainy can suffocate them inside the base. There's already one picked up. Looks like it's a Princess Knife. Who takes it? And it's very nice on range heroes, which is the only issue. But you don't have any range cores. You could give it to Faith, honestly. That the attack bonus with Chilling Touch would be okay. Alright, a couple of nice neutral items. Mag with the Minute Horn. Throughout the fights, at least that little bit of increased magic immunity. We're starting to see this ward picked up a lot more frequently as well. On either side. It's really nice, actually. It's funny when you see like a ward there, and sentries on the high ground. Just not able to find it, but I'm in this game now. 41 minutes in. Newbee one game away of making it to the grand finals, but Aster, they're having second thoughts about that. They want to try and force our 4th game 3 of today. I mean, it's been a long one, but you know, we're in it. We're in it for the long one. It's the night shift clocking in now, lads. Probably Die just gonna try and hang out until it just does time out. StarLadder has a god darn satanic level 25, goes for the corrosive haze on dispellers, but really nice against the BKBs that Die have. Take a look at some other 25. There's a lot of 25s. I haven't even. I swear they just got them like all at the same timing. So, Ghost Ship Fleet. PL goes for the Doppelganger cooldown. We went for the evasion. Interesting. And I imagine Puck went for the Waning Rift as well. But so Mag's the only one right now from Dire. The 15% empowered damage / cleave, so it's going to be a little bit better to be able to deal with the illusions. I'd like to see them trying to have the cleave on Wizard as well. What's the... I think it's the attack, right? Yeah. It's our attack time. Okay. Interesting. But, I mean, Mag's still top of the net worth, but with the Ninja Gear on Batrider, it's just going to give him so much more ability to find the initiation. And what is the StarLadder got, actually? So StarLadder's got Witless Shackle. Oh, I don't like the Witless Shackle on StarLadder. He's going to have issues with mana. He's going to have a lot of issues. I guess he's got... No, he's only going to have cheese once, so... Yeah, he's going to have a lot of issues with mana. Of course, he only has one ability, the other one's 25 mana, so it's nothing, but... I guess Die don't have any mana burn, but even then, I think you are going to struggle with trying to get multiple stuns off. And we've seen just kind of the initiation, XXS kind of gets out, blinks back in, counter initiation. We've just seen time and time again the way that he's been able to kind of control the fights. And right now though, so Die kind of suffocating inside the base. Aster doing a good job of trying to get in whatever farm they can and continuing this net worth slope up in their favor. You see Conker's also going to go for a Radiance. It's quite the late game Radiance, but the evasion's pretty nice, and considering Die do have a couple of blink heroes, so if you do get that burn, just maybe stopping an initiation or a counter initiation, anything like that is relatively well. They're going to smoke up. Age's going to time out. 20 seconds here. Perfect time smoke, but it looks like Radiant well aware. They're going to try and group up, hold the high ground. Sean, what does he get? He got an invis. There's a DD top. Oh no, if they get the DD, they might be able to bait it. Maxi with the blink forward. Wizard Jumpman hooks up as well with the Ice One forward as well. They're going to get the Stampede puck brought down. Abyssal controlling, but he does have a buyback available now. But in the meantime, XXS in the backline. Torrent gives him some protections. The Ancient Apparition is going to end up falling. Give the batch coming through. Mag already popped the BKB with the core controlling in 2. Where's the damage follow-up? But off to the side. Halberd Baboka with the lasso just dragging them away. But in the meantime, though, XXS is doing way too much damage now. Straight on top of the Magnus. He's got a buyback available. Does he want to rejoin the fight? Looks like the answer is yes. Still hasn't used RP in the meantime. Who got the DD as well? That's the question. Centaur, no mana. Not a lot of help to work around with now. But straight on top of Moogie, there's no protection. Dire, they just can't get their own time without any outer towers to be able to TP to. And our Centaur's going to end up falling as well. Aster just cleaning up shop, and our Mag, if he dies again, this is probably just game right now with the silence. He can't get the zero away. That's it. Mag's down, dead for 125. Aster, this is it. They don't have to worry about tier 3 towers. They're going to try and find Mookie as well. Chian, he'll get the X. Nice use of the roar, gives him some protection, but it's just not enough. Straight on top of him, the G's drop straight away as soon as they close the distance. So Aster, they'll tie up the series. They will force another game 3. That we're not going out like that. Both teams now one game away of making it to the grand finals. Really nice performance from Aster. I love dude, the way they played this game. The draft was really nice. I think the Conquer pick gave them a hero that's going to be able to make movements early and kind of give space to the Phantom Lancer. But big props to XXS, man. Wow, his initiations, counter initiations, 13, 1, and 13 on the StarLadder. I think literally that last fight was the only time he died. Yeah, it was. Oh, he died earlier, actually. Never mind. When did he die? Oh, okay, a lot earlier. But his performance this game on the StarLadder was flawless, to say the least. And I think Radiant were well aware of what Newbee were trying to do. And the fact that they stopped this kind of first sneak with Medallion Roche really kind of set Newbee back a little bit. And I think they kind of took a little bit too many fights before they got Maelstrom, Mask of Madness, and like Blink Echo or Echo BKB, whatever, you know, the mag wanted to go. It looked like they were kind of forcing the issue a little bit on Newbee, and it delayed kind of that Roche timing. You did see what they were able to do with the first Aegis, though. I think it just got to the stage that Aster had already farmed up enough, so after the Aegis was down, they were able to just kind of take the fights afterwards. And I think we didn't see the greatest RPs at the end. I mean, I don't think AQ even got it off throughout that last fight around the kind of tier 1 towers mid, and I think it just goes to show that Aster really nice chain lockdown. And the close from Fade, you know, 3, 5, and 21, you know, KDA is not everything. It's kind of nice pointing it out, but you know, Fade's Aghanim's performance this game with the close was impeccable. Honestly, those last couple of fights, just controlling, you know, three melee heroes, the bear as well getting controlled, which is super important because I mean, you see Moogie, he's just got brown boots. I mean, the bear himself isn't doing a whole lot. So yeah, literally brown boots and nothing else. Oh, that's funny. But Aster, a really good game to come back in. I mean, they're able to make it to the late game. You know, XXS a performance. They don't really deal with Phantom Lancer well. I was questioning if the Centaur would have been enough with Mag, but it looks like just kind of the couple of fights they weren't able to get the greatest RPs, and it really kind of set them behind them. This just goes to show that Aster had, you know, either they were initiating the fights and making it difficult for Mag to find a couple of heroes, or they were kind of just controlling him with coiling and splitting up the fight. So really big props to Aster with their kind of team fight coordination as the game went on. And they're going to be able to at least force our 4th game 3. All of our best of 3s tonight have been going the full distance. So let's see. Of course, one team will make it to the grand finals in the next, you know, hour and a half, depending on maybe even who knows how long this game's going to go for. But one team will make it. One team's going to get knocked down in the lower bracket finals. Quick break. We'll see which team will make it forward next.